All right, welcome back to Rupert Field here in Minneapolis, Kansas at the Otto County Fairgrounds. April 26th, 2019, as we prepare for Game 2 of the doubleheader. The Lions hosting Concordia Panthers. Minneapolis won the first game 11-6, was it? Yes. Advancing their record to 12-1. And the Panthers dropped to 11-4. The Lions go for the sweep, hopefully, today of the Panthers. By the way, we picked up our first win ever against the Concordia Panthers here today in the third try. Maybe the fourth try. Starting pitching the second game for Minneapolis is Gayton Heald, moving over from first. Spencer Davidson moves to first base. Starting pitcher for the Panthers is Chase Carlgren, number 3. Dale Leach here for CityLinkTV.com Minneapolis channel. Replay on Eagle Communications channel 20.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 1, Jacob Williams.
Carlgren played center field in the first game. That's bat. Jacob Williams for the Panthers. First pitch by Heald is a ball. Gayton has started 4 games, pitched 18 innings, has won 3 games. Has an ERA of 2.333. Heard that one. 2-1 is the count here. Fouls over into the dugout. Evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Outside and low, ball 3. Full count now, 3-2 to Williams. Pops that foul behind the fence here. Full count, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. First strikeout of the game.
Panthers, number 17, Wyatt Trost.
Wyatt Trost. Trost. Third baseman up for the Panthers. On deck, Chase Carlgren, the pitcher. High, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Low and inside, ball 2. Inside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. 3-0 the count, excuse me. Ball 4. That looked solid to me, but obviously not.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 3, Chaz Colgren.
So Trost on with a walk. Carlgren up. Strike one on the outside corner to the lefty, Carlgren. He hits that. Gets by the first baseman out to right field. And Trost goes to third on that hit.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 11, Dylan Reed.
Dylan Reed, shortstop up. So 2 runners on, 1 out. Gets away from him. Carlgren goes to second on the error. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Panthers with 1 out. The 1-0 pitch, high outside. Ball 2. The 2-0 pitch, high and outside. The 3-0 pitch, high and outside again, ball 4. So bases loaded, 1 out.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 5, Hunter Schroeder.
Hunter Schroeder, catcher, up to bat for the Panthers. Ball's in the dirt. The runners stay. As that wild pitch got away from catcher Thompson. The 1-0 pitch to Schroeder. He hits it to second baseman, out at second. He's safe at first. Scores Trost.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 43, Chase Parker.
So a hit and an RBI for Schroeder. Excuse me, I called that a hit. That was not. That was a ground out. But he did get an RBI off of it. Throwing error, scores Carlgren. It's 2-0 here, Panthers. With a runner at second. Two outs. Foul ball. The batter is Chase Parker. Left fielder. He hits that out into center field, in the gap between center and left. Nice throw by Griffin, but that's going to score Schrader.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 33, Gavin Thomas.
A single by Parker. Gavin Thomas up to bat for the Panthers. Designated hitter this game. Foul ball, foul tip. Outside. Makes the count 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung on. Hit. Knocked down by Davidson. Throws it over to Meckel, who covered first, and the out. So Concordia strands one, but scores 3 runs in the top of the first to take the 3-0 lead. Gayton Heald had 1 strikeout and 1 walk. 2 walks, excuse me. And surrendered 2 hits. So 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks for the Panthers here as we go to the bottom of the first. Pitching for the Panthers is Chase Carlgren, who scored 1 of their runs, got 1 of their hits. Up for Minneapolis, first time through the order, Trent Meckel, second baseman. Scott Osherman Agency is a proud supporter of the Minneapolis Lions here. Contact Scott Osherman, your American Family Insurance agent, at 785-392-3111. They have offices in Minneapolis and Belleville.
Now batting for the Lions, number 11, Trent Meckel.
Strike 1. Outside corner, strike 1, ball 1. Gaten Hill had 26 pitches in the first inning. Swing and a miss on that one. The count's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. He gets that out. Going to fall for a hit in front of the left fielder. So Trip Meckles on with the hit. Scoring with the single. Up the bat, Nolan White. On deck, Caden Griffin.
The lines number 10, Nolan White.
Ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Right down the pike, strike one. Evens the count at 1-1. High and outside, ball two. The 2-1 pitch to White. Pops that foul back behind the screen. Evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. So up is Caden Griffin, on deck Spencer Davidson. Caden is your center fielder for the Lions.
Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Caden Griffin.
Meckel going for the steal. Ball gets away from him. And he is safe at second on the overthrow. So he moves from first to third. With the steal and then a base on an error. Counts 0-1 here. 1 out. Over the shortstop. Falls for a hit in the left field. Scores Meckel. Caden Griffin with the single. And an RBI. Makes it 3-1 Concordia. Up the bat, Spencer Davidson, first baseman. On deck, Cooper Thompson, the catcher.
Now batting for the Lions, number 24, Spencer Davidson.
Pickoff attempt is slow, no good. Inside. Ball one. Strike one, and Griffin go on to second. Successful with the steal. So it puts Griffin in scoring position at second. A hit by Davidson out into right field. It's fair. It's going to score Griffin. And Davidson holds at first. It's a hit and an RBI with that single.
Now batting for the Lions, number 14, Cooper Thompson.
Cooper Thompson to bat for the Lions. Strike is called. Score is 3-2 Concordia. Swing and a miss. Strike two. He tags that out in the left field. The left fielder gets underneath it. Davidson stays at first. Up for Minneapolis, Lucas Vogel.
Batting for the Lions, number 12, Lucas Vogel.
Low ball one. The 1-0 pitch, high and outside. Ball two. The 2-0 pitch, high and outside. Gets away from him. Davidson's going to go to first. Second, I mean. On that error. So Davidson's in scoring position. Tying run is at second. Low takes his base on that walk. First walk of the day by Carlgren. Gaten Heel, pitcher, up the bat. On deck, Cade Thomas. Outside, ball one. Oh, call the strike. These guys fake me out. The 0-1 pitch. Low. The 1-1 pitch to Heald. Pop up foul back over the left side. Ooh, caught him looking. I about called that one a ball, but I thought I'd better wait. Second strikeout for Carlgren. The Lions strand 1, score 2 on 1 walk and 2 hits. As Concordia has a 3-2 lead here after 1 inning of play. Another proud supporter of your Minneapolis Lions is the Citizen State Bank and Trust Company of Delphus, Glasgow, Minneapolis. They feature online banking, deposit accounts, loans, investment and trust services, and the Farm and Ranch Corner. Contact Owen Kendall or Jared Schmidt for all your banking needs. Caton Heald on the mound here for the second inning with 26 pitches. Carlgren had 25 in the first inning for the Panthers.
Panthers number 0, Tim Peltier.
Right fielder Tim Pelletier up to bat for the Panthers. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, outside, ball 2. Caught the corner that time. Strike 1, 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch, outside, ball 3. Off the first baseman. So a hit for Pelletier.
Number 12, Nick Veneri.
Nick Veneri, left fielder, up to bat for the Panthers. Bunt foul to the left. In the dirt, that's going to move Pelletier to second on that throwing error. One and one to Veneri here. Outside, ball 2. The 2-1 pitch did not catch the corner. Counts 3-1. Inside, ball four, he walked him. Third walk of the afternoon for Heald. Runners at first and second for Concordia with no outs. And we have a conference at the pitcher's mound for Minneapolis. Heald so far has 36 pitches. In 2 innings. He's had 1 strikeout and 3 walks, surrendered 3 hits. Up to bat, second time through the order is Jacob Williams. Williams had a strikeout first time.
Panthers number 1, Jacob Williams.
Strike on that one. 0-1 is the count. The 0-1 pitch. Tags that out. Just gets by the third baseman. Osherman finally picks it up. The runner holds at third. So Williams gets a hit, a single.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 17, Wyatt Trost.
Runners at first and third. Wyatt Trost, third baseman, up to bat. Got on base with a walk last time and scored a run. So runners at the corners for the Panthers. Excuse me, bases loaded. With no outs. High and outside. Ball 1. High, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Caught the corner that time. Strike 1. The 2-1 pitch. Caught the corner again. Strike 2. Outside corner is looking good here now. Count is 2-2. That one was low. Makes the count full at 3-2. The bases are loaded with no outs. Swing and a miss. Strike. No, foul tip, apparently. So the count remains 3-2. Strike 3. Caught him looking. Second strikeout for Heald.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 3, Chaz Colgren.
Chaz Colgren, the pitcher, coming up to bat. He had a hit last time, scored a run. His hit was a single. Pops that up. Center field. Or no, short. Who caught that?
Now batting for the Panthers, number 11, Dylan Reed.
Crew Martin, left fielder, came up for that. Oh, Levi Oshman, okay. Yeah, number 2. I should have known better. Up for the Panthers is Dylan Reed, shortstop. Strike 2. 0-2 the count, 2 outs, bases loaded. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled. Off to the left. Pitch count remains 0-2. Reed got on base with a walk last time. Fouls that off to the right. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3, caught him looking. So Heel gets 3 outs after they got the bases loaded. They strand 3. Score none. To retain a 3-2 lead here as we go to the bottom of the second. If you have auto body or auto glass repair needs, think of D&M Body Shop here in Minneapolis at 1206 North 120th Road. John Wright can take care of all those needs for auto body paint and interior repair, auto glass tinting, and replacement. John can be reached at 785-392-2666. As we move to the bottom of the second, the Lions trailing 3-2. Up will be Cade Thomas. On deck, Levi Osherman. .51 pitches for Gayton Heel through 2 innings.
For the Lions, number 16, Cade Thomas.
Cade Thomas up the bat from Minneapolis. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Chaz Carlgren still pitching for the Panthers. Pop up foul. 1-2 is the count. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Gonna have a pitcher's conference for Carlgren. He's at 29 pitches. The 2-2 pitch coming up to Thomas. He fouls that off to the left here. Count remains 2-2. Got him looking, strike 3. On the inside corner. Third strikeout for Carlgren.
And batting for the Lions, number 2, Levi Osherman.
Levi Osherman up to bat for Minneapolis. Completes the batting order for Minneapolis. On deck, Trent Meckel. Levi, the left fielder. In the dirt, 1-1 is the count. Outside ball 2. 2-1 for Levi coming up. With 1 out here for the Lions. Swings, hits that. Third baseman has it in his mitt, drops it. And safe at first is Levi Osherman on that error.
Now batting for the Lions, number 11, Trent Meckel.
Trent Meckel up to bat. He had a hit first time around. Scored a run. His hit was a single. Strike 1 there. On deck is Nolan White, shortstop. It's by the pitcher. Force out at first or at second. Double play. Got Meckel at first. So, neither squad scores a run there in the second as we move to the top of the third. Concordia still leading 3-2. There's 12 pitches thrown by Carlgren there in the second. The pitch count of 37. Heald has 51 through the same period of time. Up to bat for the Panthers, Hunter Schroeder, catcher.
For the Panthers, number 5, Hunter Schroeder.
Two knows the count here to Schroeder. Outside ball 3. Gayton had a difficult second inning. Got the bases loaded and then had 3 outs to get out of that jam. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Full count now, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Outside. Walks him. 4th walk of the game for Heald.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 43, Chase Parker.
Gets a runner on for the Panthers. Chase Parker, left fielder, up. High and outside. Parker had a hit last time. It was a single. Swing and a miss there. Pickoff attempt from Cooper to Davidson's not quite in time. 1-1 the count. Heald's 1-1 pitch, high and outside. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up. Right field is underneath it, makes the catch. That's Cade Thomas. One down here in the top of the third. Gavin Thomas up to bat for the Panthers. Steal attempt. Got him! Nice throw by Cooper Thompson out to Meckel. Couldn't see if it was Meckel or Nolan White.
What's the count?
0-2. The count here. for Gavin Thomas. 2 down. Nobody on after that great pickoff play from Thompson to second on the steal attempt. Correction on the count, it's 0-1. Outside, ball 1. Hit out into center field. Caden Griffin gets underneath it for the second out. Oh, it did bounce? Okay.
The Panthers number 010, Peltier.
Thank you. So a single for Gavin Thomas. Tim Pelletier, left fielder's up. Right fielder's up, excuse me. Outside and low. Concordia has one runner at first with 2 outs. Pelletier fouls that off to the right. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs to Pelletier. Pops that foul over to the right, keeps the count at 1-2. Foul tip. The 1-2 pitch coming. Swing and a hit out to right field. Got underneath that. Did Mr. Thomas and makes the catch. To get the third out of the inning. The Panthers strand 1, get no runs in the top of the third. As we move on to the bottom of the third, the Lions coming up to bat. Second time through the order, I believe Caden Griffin will be up to bat. White? Okay, yep. Nolan White up, Caden Griffin on deck. Another longtime supporter of your Minneapolis Lions is the Davidson Agency, your nationwide insurance agent, with offices in Bennington, Delphus, and Minneapolis. You can contact Lyle Davidson at 785-523-4202 for all your insurance needs. So 70 pitches for Gate and Heald after 3.
Now batting for the Lions, number 10, Nolan White.
Went from 26 pitches in the first, 25 in the second, 19 in the third. Nolan White fair down the third base line. Safe on a throwing error at first. Third baseman did a great job of cutting that off. But the throw was in the dirt. Heald has 3 strikeouts, 4 walks, has surrendered 5 hits.
Griffin.
Has surrendered no runs since the first inning. Caden Griffin up for Minneapolis. He pops that up. First baseman gets underneath it, makes the play. So 1 down for the Lions. Up to bat Spencer Davidson, first baseman. Spencer had a hit and an RBI first time around.
Now batting for the Lions,
His hit was a single.
Spencer Davidson.
High ball 1. Pickoff attempt first is not there. The 1-0 pitch is tagged by Davidson. It's going to drop for a hit. Way out beyond right field. Davidson should go in for a stand-up triple, Scores White. Ties the game at 3. Davidson with his second hit of the game. Single, now triple. And his second RBI.
Now batting for the Lions, number 14,
Cooper Thompson up for Minneapolis. Swing and a miss for Thompson. Cooper had a fly out first time through. Way outside on that pitch. 1-1 the count. 1 out here, tied at 3 with a runner in scoring position for Minneapolis. Davidson at third base. Swing and a miss, lost his bat. Narrow miss to Lucas Vogel. High. Evens the count at 2-2. Pop up foul to the right. Clunk! The Candy Constable's car. Ball outside, full count, 3-2. I parked my car in the relative safety of under the oak tree by the bunny and chicken coops.
I'm over there as much as I could. I was going to
I figure if they can get it that far, the tree ought to give me some shelter.
Now see, if you look on my minivan, right above the driver's side, like where I would be sitting, huge dent in it. Dalton Wilson. It was parked right here. You pop that stuff through, bam, right on the hood of my car. Or the top of my car.
Where that honey is.
Okay, referees are conferring on something here. Umpires, I should say. Now the Concordia coach comes out to have a piece of his mind spoken to the outfield umpire. Getting a little animated. And draws a warning from the home plate umpire. I don't know what that was all about. Game's tied 3-3, 1 out. 3-2 is the count to Cooper Thompson. I don't know if Thompson broke his wrist or not. The ball was outside. Called a walk. Second walk by Carlgren. Thompson on base with a walk. Runners at the corners from Minneapolis, 1 out. The go-ahead run is at third and Spencer Davidson. Lucas Vogel up to bat for Minneapolis.
Now batting for the Lions, number 12, Lucas Vogel.
He got on base with a walk last time through. Inside, strike one with the swing. He tags that off to the right at the foul, out of play. He gets that. Just past the second baseman. That scores Davidson. And Thompson is safe at second. So Lucas Vogel with the hit and an RBI. His hit is a single. As Spencer Davidson scores a run. Minneapolis takes the 4-3 lead. Who has scored our runs? I've got Meckel with one, Davidson with one. Who has scored our runs? I've got Meckel with one, Davidson with one. Griffin. Who was the third one? White. Okay, thank you. Well, okay, I've got Meckel, White, Davidson.
Griffin, we're in the first inning.
Griffin?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't have Griffin marked down.
With White.
I didn't have Griffin marked down. Okay, thank you. Gayton healed up with runners at second and first.
Now batting for the Lions,
Minneapolis
number
takes the lead
23,
4-3 with
Hill.
one out here in the bottom of the third. Gayton healed up. Gayton had a strikeout first time through. Pop-up foul over to the left. Cade Thomas is on deck for Minneapolis. Runners at first and second, one out. Low, ball two. Strike is called, evens the count at 2-2. He hits that. Picked up by the second baseman. Force out at second. Safe at first is healed. So Vogel is out at second. Thompson moved to third, so we've got runners at the corners. Okay, and a courtesy runner in. Watson. Drew Martin, excuse me. That Martin or Watson? Watson.
Batting for the Lions, number 16, Cade Thomas.
Cade struck out last time around. Strike is called. 2 outs here. Minneapolis up 4-3. Swing and a miss by Thomas. And a swing and a miss. Strikes him out. 4 strikeout for Carlgren. He goes to 59 pitches. 22 pitches in that inning. Minneapolis scores 2. Strands 2. Make the score 4-3. So Carlgren has 4 strikeouts, has issued 2 walks, and surrendered 7 hits in his 3 innings on 59 pitch count. Gayton Heel comes back out, having surrendered 4 walks, 5 hits, and garnered 3 strikeouts. Each team with 3 errors, by my count. Very unofficial. Should be third time through the order coming up for the. Nope. Nick Veneri coming up for the Panthers. On deck will be Jacob Williams, third time through the order.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 12, Nick Veneri.
Here as they move to the top of the fourth. Veneri got on base with a walk last time. Ball one, low and outside. Strike one, outside corner there. Swing and a miss. Strike two. The count will be 1-2 to Veneri. Coming up. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls off to the left. Count remains 1-2. Veneri's the left fielder for the Panthers. Pop up foul. Thompson tries to get underneath it, but it's out of play. The 1-2 pitch coming up. The pitch. Outside, evens the count at 2-2. I didn't know who was back there. Tags that to the first baseman. Davidson gets it and puts him out.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 1, Jacob Williams.
Jacob Williams up for the third time through the order. He's had a hit, a single previously, and one strikeout. Ball one here. Ball two. The 2-0 pitch. Oh, I thought we might coax a strike out of that, but nothing doing. 3-0 the count. That one's ball. Fifth walk of the game issued by Heald. One runner on. The tying run is at first base. After a little conference between Thompson and Heald, up comes
Now batting for the Panthers, number 17, Wyatt Trost.
Wyatt Trost, who's been on with a walk and scored a run. Is that a strikeout? Outside, ball one. On deck is the pitcher, Carlgren. Ball two. The 2-0 count coming. Gets that past the pitcher into the outfield. With that hit, we've got runners at first and second.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 3, Chaz Colgren.
Carlgren has one hit, has scored a run. His hit was a single. Outside, that's a bad pitch. It's going to move the runners to second and third. So 2 runners in scoring position here. With 1 out. Swing and a miss. Carlgren, excuse me. Pitch got away from Thompson. The runner stayed. The count is 2-1 to Carlgren. The 2-1 pitch coming. Outside, ball 3. Walk team. Bases are loaded. 6th walk issued by Heald here.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 11, Dylan Reed.
Bases are loaded with 1 out. Last time the Panthers loaded the bases, Heald got through with 3 outs to get out of the jam. But out comes Coach Conradi to the plate, to the to the pitcher's mound.
Is that something I need to have in my book? What? Is that something I need to have in my book? Nope. Okay. That's why I can't. Making sure he came last in like. He doesn't. They don't know if he's doing or not.
Heald is up to 89 pitch count. 19 in this inning so far. That's what he had in the entire last inning last time. He's still got 2 more outs to get. Up to bat is Dylan Reed, shortstop for the Panthers. Got on base with a walk last time. So Gaten Heald remains in the game. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Cooper Thompson's having a conversation with the umpire. And he's going over to the bench to get something attended to. Maybe has a cut or something on his face. Scrape on his hand. Huh? A bracelet on his hand. Oh. Have to get that cut off, huh? Or removed if it's... Has he been removed from the game? He's taken his gear off. So Coach Conrady's having a conversation with both the umpires here. Our two assistant coaches are having a conversation with Concordia's third base coach. And Cooper Thompson is standing at the dugout with no catcher's gear on. That would tell me he's probably been removed from the game. Nolan White looks like might be coming in to play catcher from short. And Crew Martin is going to go out to short, maybe.
Well, I think Ryan's sitting out of his truck, I think, isn't he? He called, right? Talking to you up here. Conrad wants him. Or Terry. Because I think we gotta fight it. Either way, just like communication. He says nothing about that's right.
Is Ryan out there? Conrady walks in.
Him or Michael? Got him?
I got Ryan coming.
Okay.
He had a bracelet on his wrist. Apparently has been ejected. And everything is still being discussed now over here by third base with both umpires. Both coaches. And our AD has been summoned. And so we have a very long delay here. Nolan White is now in catcher's gear. He's coming out to keep gate and heel loosened up. And our AD, Ryan Mortimer, is now out to the conversation. A lot of discussion, and it seems nothing has been resolved. But Thompson is still not on the field, and Nolan White is in catcher's gear. And it looks like that's the way it's going to be. And that's the way it is on Friday, April 26, 2019. Lesson, don't wear any unauthorized attachments to ball games if you're a player. Play ball. Okay, after a long delay here, getting healed. We'll continue to pitch. Bases loaded, one out. Reed up the bat, and he gets one out to right field. It scores 1, 2. So Reed with a single.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 5, Hunter Schroeder.
Scores Williams and Troost. Runners are now at first and second with one out. The Panthers are up 5-4. Up to bat is Hunter Schroeder, who's been on with a walk and scored a run. Gets past Vogel at third base. Carlgren scores on that.
On this one, just one. Carlgren scored, and then one for third.
That coach just ate it. What? He jumped up to elbow him, and he just fell. Good for him.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 43, Chase Parker.
Chase Parker up to bat for the Panthers as they lead 6-4 here. They have runners at second and third. Chase Parker up to bat. He's got one hit. That was a single. Swing and a miss. Strike one. The count's 1-1. High and outside. The runners hold. Ball 2, 2-1's the count. Outside, ball 3. Counts 3-1. Outside, ball 4.
How many did Spencer have?
97. He could go to 105.
Really?
So the bases are loaded with 1 out. A single scores Reed. Who was that, Parker, that got the hit?
Thomas.
Thomas?
Now we've got Peltier or whatever his name is.
Yep. Score 7-4 in favor of the Panthers. Got runners at first and third. High ball 1. Outside, ball 2. To a pitch. Strike is called. Count now 2-1. Foul back up over the fence. Pop up foul. Count is 2-2. 2 outs. Runners first and third for the Panthers. Pops that up out into right field. Was that foul? Fair ball. So hit for Pelletier. Single. And we're going to get a new pitcher for Minneapolis. Who scored for Concordia there?
Schrader, Reed, Carl, Rick.
I mean that last one.
The last one was Schrader.
Schrader.
Schrader, whatever.
So he'll end up with how many pitches overall? He'll ended up with how many pitches? 103.
Kyler Murray's starting job at Arizona. Josh Rosen got traded to the Dolphins. Josh Rosen got traded to the Dolphins, so Kyler Murray, their first round picks, when he was starting quarterback.
Caden Griffin is called in relief for the Lions.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. No, I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm just into football. Sorry. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hunter's the same way. Like, hey, look at that. I was like, who's that?
Most probably.
All it needs to be is that kid's been
Well, Beyonce videotaped the conversation with him.
So Gaten Heald retires after 103 pitches and 3 2/3 innings, 3 strikeouts, 7 walks, 10 hits, and the Panthers are up 8-4 with runners at first and third. See if we can get out of this inning, and see if we can peck away at this lead here. And up for Concordia is Nick Vanieri. He's got on base with a walk. He's had 1 ground out so far. Bottom of the order for the Panthers. On deck for the Panthers is Jacob Williams.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 12, Nick Vanieri.
Outside, ball 1. Tags that, shortstop. Got him at second on the force out. So, Concordia strands 2, but scores 5 runs in the top of the 4th. Score is now 8-4 in favor of the Panthers. Griffin threw 2 pitches in relief there in the bottom of the 3rd. Carlgren up for the Panthers. He's got 58 pitches thrown, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, and surrendered 7 hits. Up to bat for Minneapolis, Levi Osherman. On deck, Trent Meckel. Levi's had 1 hit. And that must have been a single.
Now batting for the Lions, number 2, Levi Osherman.
Time called by the umpire. Ball 1. Low and outside, ball 2. Strike 1 in the outside corner. Timeout called by Osherman. The count is 2-1. The pitch. Outside. Ball 3. Ball 4. So Osherman's on base with a walk. Third walk of the game issued by Carlgren. Up the deck. Up the bat is Trent Meckel. Third time through the order on deck, Nolan White.
11, Trent Meckel.
Strike 1 is the call. Fouled. Up out of play onto the right. The count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Meckel coming. High, fouls it back into the fence, so. The 0-2 pitch, high and outside, ball 3. Swings, gets it to third baseman. Safe at first on an overthrow. Meckel safe at first. It moves Osherman on the third on that error. Trent with his second hit. Both of them singles. 8th hit surrendered by Carlgren. So we have runners at first and third for Minneapolis. No outs. It's a nice way to hopefully start a rally. Nolan White up to bat. Caden Griffin on deck. Nolan's had 1 hit, scored a run. If it was a single, he's had 1 strikeout. So runners at the corners for Minneapolis with no outs. They did. Did they vote it in? You say? Did they vote it in? Girls wrestling.
Yep.
I saw they were voting on it today. I figured they'd vote it in. So we were just informed that the Kansas State High School Activity Association has opened a new era in sports in Kansas. Another women's program has been added, wrestling at the high school level. It'll be interesting to see how many schools, especially the smaller ones, will add coaching staffs if needed. Well, they almost have to have an extra coaching staff. I guess they could wrestle girls and boys on the same night. Okay, let's get play getting resumed here. Nolan White at bat. Pop up foul. Oh, we have a new pitcher for. How long ago did that happen?
It just happened. That's why we had the break.
Oh, yeah.
He pitched on the first inning.
Dylan Reed moves in from short. Steal attempt is behind. So Meckel goes to second. 2 runners in scoring position. Second steal of the game for Trenton. How many pitches did that Carlgren have?
He had
69.
69.
Pop-up foul. Out of play.
Sounds like Adam at golf. I sure buy his practice goals by the bag. Put him Walmart by 48 of them.
Chase that. Strikes him out. Nolan's second strikeout of the game. Caden Griffin up.
Batting for the Lions, number 1, Caden Griffin.
Griffin has a hit and an RBI, has scored 1 run. He's been out on a flyout. Inside, takes a swing, pops it up to the left. We have 1 out here. 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. Spencer Davidson on deck for the Lions. Connects with that. Gets past the third baseman. That's going to score Osherman. And Meckel holds at third. So an RBI on a single for Caden Griffin. So we have runners at the corners again. Meckel at third. Griffin at first. Spencer Davidson up to bat. Spencer's had 2 hits, 2 RBIs. One was a single, one was a triple. Outside, ball 1. One pitch, low. Oh, that was a strike. Golly, 1-1. Good thing they don't pay me to umpire. Your 1-1 pitch outside. Did they all strike on that too? They did. How could they? Caden Griffin goes to first, second on the steal though.
Can't win for losing, can you?
Cannot. Better quit calling them. 1-2 is the count. Two runners in scoring position. 1 out. He connects with that. Guts to third. Out at first. The runners hold at second and third. No, not Cooper Thompson up. Crew Martin up.
Now batting for the Lions, number 5, Crew Martin.
Crew's first at bat today. High ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. The count's 1-1. Strike 2. There are 2 outs, runners at second and third. The count is 1-2. Fouls that back into the fence. Inside corner, strike is called. Ends the inning. Stranding 2. Minneapolis scores 1 to make the score 8-5. In favor of the Concordia Panthers. We'd like to thank our many sponsors for helping out with the cost of these live video broadcasts. Sunflower Realty with Monty Nelson. Crossland Crop Insurance with John Pruitt. And your Hometown Hardware with Pam Barker and Vicki Kaufman. All in Minneapolis. Caden Griffin comes back out to the mound to continue pitching in relief for the Lions. "16 pitches for Reed in relief in that inning. 2 strikeouts. And 3 hits. Up for the Panthers, Jacob Williams. 4th time through the order for the Panthers. He's had 1 hit, scored a run. Been on base with a walk. And has struck out once. Ooh! Beamed him.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 17, Wyatt Trost.
Up is Wyatt Troost. 3rd baseman has had a hit. Been on base with a walk. Has scored 2 runs. And we have a steal that's successful by Williams. On deck is Carlgren, starting pitcher. Strike is called. The count is now 2-1. Outside. 3-1 is the count. Walked him.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 3, Chaz Colgren.
Chaz Carlgren's up. Carlgren's had a hit. Been on with a walk and has scored 1 run. His hit was a single. Starts off with a ball here. One of those to count. Pops that out into left field. Osherman cuts it off. Bases are loaded. No outs.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 11, Dylan Reed.
Dylan Reed up. He's the relief pitcher currently for the Panthers. Outside, ball 2. Bases are loaded. No outs. Ball 3, the call. High, ball 4. Scores 1 here. It's Jacob Williams, his second run of the day.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 5, Hunter Schroeder.
Dylan on Reed with his second walk of the day. Base is still loaded. Up is Hunter Schroeder, who's been on with 1 hit, has 2 RBIs, has scored 2 runs, also been on with a walk. Strike 2, the inside corner. Schroeder thought about it, but checked his swing. The count is 1-2. No outs, bases loaded. He hits that out into right. So a hit for Schroeder
Batting for the Panthers, number 43, Chase Parker.
and an RBI. Is that Truce that scored?
Yes, Trost, yeah. Wasn't that an outfield? Didn't he catch it out in center field? He did. Yep.
Oh, okay. So fly out. Okay. Good. No hit, but an RBI for Schroeder. There's 2 down, runners at the corners. Scores 10-5, Concordia.
Is it 10? Did they get 2 that last time? Well, this last they Trost and Williams both scored this inning. So what do you have for number? 1, 2, 3,
Williams and Truce have scored this inning.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10.
1-2 the count here with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Ball 2, 2-2. Pop up foul to the right. Count remains 2-2.
Let's turn around, you're going like this, right?
In the dirt. That's going to move the runners. Safe at third and second. With one out. Chase Parker's up to bat. And he's on base with a walk. Bases are loaded again with one out. Gavin Thomas up, the designated hitter. He's had 2 hits and an RBI. To right.
One out, right?
Yes.
Swing that gets just over the shortstop. That's going to score Carlgren. Third hit for Thomas.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 010, Peltier.
One out remains. Minneapolis down by 6 here, 11-5. Right fielder gets under that, makes the catch. Scores Reed.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 12, Nick Veneri.
2 outs now. Runners at first and second for the Panthers. Veneri's been on base once with a walk. Hits that right to White, or to Griffin, excuse me. He makes the catch. And ends the inning. Stranding 2. But they score 4 to make it 12-5 over your Lions here after 4.5 innings. .30 pitches by Griffin there in that full inning. Lucas Vogel will be up for Minneapolis.
Vogel.
Lucas has had one hit and an RBI. Has been on base with a walk. His hit was a single. Strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count here. Ball. The count's 2-1. Vogel's at bat. Daniel Watson's on deck. Vogel tags that. Retrieved by the second baseman and over to first for the out.
Now batting for the Lions, number 8, Daniel Watson.
First time at bat tonight for Watson. He has been on as a courtesy runner. High and inside. High and inside again, ball 2. Fouls that. Back into the fence. Two and one count. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Reed's coming. Low and outside. Full count, 3-2. Pop up foul. Keeps the count full at 3-2. Fouls that again. Count remains 3-2. Cade Thomas is up on deck for Minneapolis with one out. Another foul. Watson's keeping working here.
No, they're going up past the vehicles. They're going over where I was initially going to park, and I'm really glad I didn't.
Another foul off to the right.
Oh, that one didn't hit hard.
Watson's keeping them working here.
Yeah, it looks like it's a minivan or crossover SUV, but not mine.
On the hood.
Nah, hit the top of it.
Go right to the center.
It may have actually bounced before, so it may not be too bad.
He connects with that. It's out into the outfield, but in the gap, falls for a hit. Slides into second for a double. He worked that hard and was rewarded with a double. So one out. Want a runner in scoring position at second. And up is Cade Thomas. Cade, I think, has had 2 strikeouts this game. On deck is Levi Osherman.
Now batting for the Lions, number 16, Cade Thomas.
Cade is your right fielder. Cade got some dirt in the eye or something there. Outside, ball 1. Outside ball 2. 2-0 the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Low and outside ball 3. Walked him. So 2 runners on. With 1 out here. Levi Osherman up to bat. Finishes up 3rd time through the order. On deck, Trent Mickle. Levi's had 1 hit, scored a run, has been on base with a walk also. Inside, ball 1. He connects with that. Falls for a hit. The bases are loaded. Levi's second single of the game, second hit.
Now batting for the Lions, number 11.
1 out, bases loaded. Trent Mickle up. He's got 2 hits on the night, or the game, that scored 1 run. His hits have been singles. He can blast it. Strike one.
It never fails. Like how when they painted all the cars before when your sister was making us my own stars for the back of them.
Ball gets away. The runners hold. But it was a strike. 0-2. Outside. Ball one. 1-2 the count. High, ball two. Evens at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Got him looking, strike three. So two down, bases loaded. Nolan White up to bat.
Now batting for the Lions, number 10,
Currently
Nolan
the catcher.
White.
He's got one hit, has scored a run. His hit was a single. Outside, ball one. Smacks that. Stopped by the short. Oh, it gets through the shortstop. That scores Watson. Scores Thomas. Fifth error on the Panthers. Two RBIs for White.
Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Caden Griffin.
Griffin at bat from Minneapolis. Runners at first and second. It's 12-7 in favor of the Panthers. Griffin has two hits in this game, two RBIs. They scored one run. He's had one fly out. Fouls that off to the right. Fouls it again. Count remains at 1-2. With two outs here. Runners at first and second. He connects well out into the left field. It gets by the fielder. That scores Osherman. That scores White. Griffin. A stand-up double. His third and fourth RBI of the day.
Now batting for the Lions, number 24, Spencer Davidson.
Gives 2 more runs to Minneapolis. Makes it 12-9. Swing and a miss by Davidson. Oh, it's an overthrow. On that error, Griffin scores. Makes it 12-10. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. I'm missing 2 runs somehow. Got 1 for Meckel.
So far this inning, or we're
In total.
okay, total. We got Meckel,
1.
Griffin, and then Davidson and White, and then Osherman and White, Griffin, Heald, Thomas, and Osherman again.
Heald has a run.
Yeah, well, okay, sorry, Watson, sorry.
Okay, Watson scored for him. Pop up foul, or pop up here. Falls harmlessly. At bat is Spencer Davidson. Lions down 2 here in the bottom of the fifth. 12-10 with 2 outs. Nobody on base. Swing and a miss, strikeout for Davidson. So the Lions score 5 runs in the bottom of the fifth to pull within 12-10. We'd like to thank our other sponsors, Crooked Nail Studio, the Lexus Kern, Autotech with Gary Keating and Dave Sweat, and the Klein Oil Company of Delphus with Jim Klein for being sponsors of these live video broadcasts of Minneapolis sports. We move to the top of the sixth here. Panthers up 12-10.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 1, Jacob Williams.
Caden Griffin continues to pitch. Up to bat for the Panthers, fifth time through the order, is Jacob Williams. He's had one hit, scored 2 runs, been on with 2 walks. The count is 1-2 here. He connects with that into the outfield. Center fielder picks it up. That's Watson.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 17, Wyatt Trost.
So Williams hits his second hit of the game. Second single. Troost up. Troost has had 1 hit. Been on 2 walks. Has scored 3 runs. His hit was a single. Williams steals second. Strike is called. 0-2 the count. High and inside. Counts 1-2. High and outside that time. Evens the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Now batting for the Panthers.
Second strikeout for Troost. First strikeout of the night for Griffin. And pitching, Carlgren, the starting pitcher, is up. He's had 2 hits. Been on base with the walk. Has scored 2 runs.
Yeah, 1 out. Sorry. I keep forgetting that you're talking to me when you say things like that.
Ball. Makes it 2-0. Ooh, caught the corner. 2-1 the count here to Carlgren. Outside. Steal attempt at third. Is successful.
Huh? No, I think it was outside, wasn't it? Yeah, 3-1.
3-1 is the count here. And he walks him. Carlgren draws his second walk of the game.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 11, Dylan Reed.
Runners at the corners with 1 out. Dylan Reed up. He's had 1 hit, an RBI. 2 walks, has scored 3 runs. Is the relief pitcher right now for the Panthers. Steal attempt is good. for Carlgren, the second. High ball, it's called. The count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Caught the outside corner. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit. Drops in front of the shortstop. Gets by the first baseman. That scores Williams. His third run of the game.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 5, Hunter Schroeder.
Reed's second RBI.
Yep, someone scored.
It's 13-10 now. Runners at first and third. 1 out. Hunter Schroeder's up. Strike is called. Schroeder has 1 hit. Has been on base with a walk once. Has scored 2 runs and has 2 RBIs. Outside ball 1. 1-1's the count. Reed goes for the steal. Calls. Time is called. So we send Mr. Reed back to first. Now the steal attempt is good for Carlgren, or for Reed, excuse me. Puts the runners at third, second and third. The count is 1-2 for Schroeder. He hits that out in the center. Watson makes the catch. That scores Carlgren. So an RBI for Schroeder. His third of the game.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 43, Chase Parker.
It's 14-10, Panthers. Up is number 43, Chase Parker, left fielder. He's had 1 hit. Strike 2. 2 outs. Runners at second. Foul tip. Ooh, inside. One and two the count. Caught him looking on the outside corner. Strike three. Second strikeout of the game for Griffin. The Panthers strand one, score two to make it 14-10 in favor of the Panthers as we move to the bottom of the sixth. .28 pitches for Griffin that time. He's at a pitch count of 58. New pitcher for the Panthers, Wyatt Troost. As we start the sixth inning, bottom of the sixth, excuse me. Up to bat will be Lucas Vogel for Minneapolis. On deck will be Cade Thomas. Martin? Oh, yeah, I forgot the order they were in. Thank you. Martin will be up to bat. Vogel will be on deck.
Batting for the Lions, number 5, Crew Martin.
Crew struck out, I believe, the last time up. Ball one here. Fouls that back over the left side. Outside, ball two, 2-1. Pop up foul. Struck him out. Up is Lucas Vogel. On deck, Daniel Watson.
Now batting for the Lions, number 12, Lucas Vogel.
High, ball one. Inside, ball two. Inside, ball three. One out here in the bottom of the sixth. Outside and low, ball 4. Vogel gets on base with his second walk of the game.
Now batting for the Lions, number 8, Daniel Watson.
Watson up to bat. Cade Thomas on deck. Daniel's playing center field. Got a hit last time around. It was a double and scored a run. Pickoff attempt at first is no good. Swing and a miss. The count's 1-1. Last time up the bat, Daniel had about 4 or 5 foul balls before he hit that double. Somewhere in that neighborhood, I'm guessing. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pickoff attempt at first is not quite there. Outside and high, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Pickoff attempt again. It's no good. The ball gets away. Outside, ball 3. Full count, 3-2. He smacks that out into right field. It's caught for the out. Vogel stays at first. Cade Thomas up to bat.
Now batting for the Lions, number 16, Cade Thomas.
Cade has been on with 1 walk. Pitch outside, ball 1. 2 outs here. On deck is Levi Osherman. Strike is called. 1-1 is the count. Inside, ball 2. Two and one here with 2 outs. Outside, ball 3. Full count. Nope, 3-1 is the count. Shows bunt. Draws the walk. On with his second walk of the game. Runners at first and second for Minneapolis. Levi Osherman up to bat for the Lions. Trent Meckel on deck.
For the Lions, number 2, Levi Osherman.
Levi's had 2 hits this game and scored 2 runs. Both those hits were singles. He's also been on base with a walk. Want to know the count here? With 2 outs. High ball 2. High ball 3, or outside ball 3. The 3-0 pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. Outside. Walked him. And the bases are loaded.
Now batting for the Lions.
Trent
number
Meckel,
11,
5th time
Trent
through the order.
Meckel.
He's had 2 hits, both of them singles. Outside. Ball 1. And we have a conference at the pitcher's mound. The tying run is at the plate with 2 outs. Strike is called. Evens the count of 1-1. Hops to third base. He misplays it. Tags the runner going to third, but we score first, I believe. Does that score count? Guess not. (14-10). Minneapolis strands 3. No runs there in the bottom of the 6th. So we come down to the top of the 7th. Concordia leading 14-10. Up to bat. Is Gavin Thomas, their DH. He's had 3 hits, 1 RBI. Two and 0 the count here. The count's 3-0. Strike one. 3-1's the count. Pops that out into center. Caught by Osherman. Left field exactly.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 0, Tim Peltier.
Tim Pelcher, right fielder, up. He's had 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Strike one. Inside and high. 1-1's the count. Ball. Count's now 3-1. Outside. Walks him.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 12, Nick Veneri.
Veneri up to bat for the Panthers. Nick Veneri, left fielder. Count is 0-1, and the Concordia coach is coming in for got a courtesy runner coming in, number 23. Showed bunt, backs off. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside corner. Strike two. The hit to right field. Moves first base runner to third. So runners at the corners, first and third.
Number 1, Jacob Williams.
First hit of the game for Veneri. Up is Jacob Williams, who's had 2 hits. There is 1 out here. At the top of the 7th. Veneri goes for the steal. And he gets it. So 2 runners in scoring position for Concordia. High and inside. 1-1 is the count. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. One and two. Outside, ball 2. Count evens at 2-2. He connects with that, out into right field. Falls for a hit. Scores 2.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 17, Wyatt Trost.
Steal to second by Williams.
Ball.
16-10 in favor of the Panthers here, top of the 7th. Davidson tracks that down and puts
Chaz Caldron.
Troost out at first. The runner advances to third. That's Williams. Carlgren, the starting pitcher, is up. 6th time through the order. And he belts that out into right field. Missed. Scores Williams.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 11, Dylan Reed.
Yeah,
17-10 now the score. Up is Reed. High, ball 1. Reed connects with that out into right field. And it gets away from the right fielder. Cargan's going to come home. Safe, yeah, he got to home before we were able to get the ball down. So Reed connects with a triple.
Batting for the Panthers, number 5.
Gets his third RBI. Makes it 18-10 with 2 outs here. Schroeder up for the Panthers. Inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Wild pitch. Scores. Reed, is it? Makes it 19-10 here. Schroeder still at bat. 3-1 count. He pops that out. Meckel tracks it down. Over to first. He's out. So the Panthers put across 3 in the top of the 7th. Make it 19-10. Now they put across 5 in the top of the 7th. They strand no one. And your Lions are down 9. Need to score 10 runs to win it here. This game has gone approximately 3 hours so far. A little over 3, I think. I didn't see the exact start time. It was a little before 7 o'clock, I think. .312 right there. How about that? Thank you for pointing that out to me. Nolan White up to bat for Minneapolis. Nolan has had 2 hits,
Right.
2 RBIs that scored 2 runs. Strike 1. Truce still in relief here for the Panthers. Foul down the left field line. Or what was that? 0-2 is the count. Took a swing. It's a foul. Comes up, knocks his helmet off. Outside. Ball 1, 1-2 the count. Swing and fouls it down the left side. Count remains 1-2. Outside, ball 2. Fouls that down the right side. Out of play. 2-2 the count. Fouls that down the left side. Strikes him out. Third strikeout of the game on White. One down. Up, Caden Griffin. Caden has 3 hits,
Griffin.
4 RBIs. Has scored 2 runs. Caden smacks that out in the right field. Falls for a hit. And in for a stand-up triple. His 4th hit of the game. He's had a double and a triple.
Now batting for the Lions, number 24, Spencer Davidson.
So 1 down. A runner at third in scoring position. Spencer Davidson up. He's had 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Has scored 1 run. He's had a single and a triple. Outside. He chased it. 0-2. He connects with that. And they put him out at first, but it scores Griffin. So an RBI for Spencer. His 3rd. Third run scored by Griffin.
Now batting for the Lions, number 5.
2 down.
Martin.
Crew Martin up for the Lions. His third batting appearance. One and 0 the count. Swing and a miss. There's 2 outs here. Pops that foul to the left side. Foul ball. Makes the count 1 and 2. 2 outs. 19-11 the score. Inside, ball 2. 2 and 2. On deck is Lucas Vogel. Got him looking. That ends the game at 19-11 in favor of the visiting Panthers. So a split on the doubleheader here. Minneapolis falls to 12 and 2 overall. Concordia is now 12 and 4. So both teams with 12 wins here in the hunt for the seeding order. Minneapolis scores 1 in the 7th. Strands no one. Concordia jumped out the 3-2 lead in the first inning and never looked back. Minneapolis actually took a 4-3 lead at one point, but a big fourth inning, 5 runs in the fourth put them up, and they've never looked back. For the player of the game, we're going to go with Caden Griffin. 4 hits, 4 RBIs, scored 3 runs, had a double and a triple. And that is sponsored by the Davidson Agency here, one of our several sponsors. We thank you for watching this game here on CityLinkTV.com, video replay to Eagle Community Channel 20. Dale Leach going to sign off. Our next games will be next Friday against the Republic County Buffaloes here in Minneapolis. Good night, folks, and thanks for watching.
I don't